everyone, my name is Millie. Welcome to Modded Minecraft with Millie. This is episode 25. Can you believe it? We have reached our milestone episode and we have quite a bit of the island built up now. I have been neglecting something that I have needed to do for a while. So I have spent time, and you've probably wondered why we had a sheep farm. Well, it's to get loads of wool. And to do loads of wool, why would we want loads of wool? Well, we want to make loads of beds. And if you've never gone netherite mining, there's a reason for it. We need lots and lots of explodey beds. So I have all these lovely beds to do some lovely explodey stuff in the nether. And we're gonna make lots and lots and lots and lots of explodey beds. So more than a shulker box full here. There we go. Even have some left over for later. And I'm just gonna throw this in here for now. And we are going to go and do some mining. Netherite mining, explodey mining. Now, I do have an additional netherite piece. I have been doing mining already off camera. I have 4 netherite ingots, but I wanted to show you where this giant cave was. So I'm gonna go into the nether and I will meet you down in our mine. Alright everyone, welcome to my netherite mine. It is very big, and as you can kind of see from the mini-map, is very burny because I've been using lots of beds to get all of that netherite that I had before. Gotta be careful, I did not wear any gold. This is our netherite area. Now, one thing I like about modded, we have a little bit of a cheat. You can kind of see where there is lava and where there isn't. So on the mini-map, you can kind of see where I have safe areas where it's black and where we had to stop down that way where it hit lava area. So we don't want lava pools. We want safe, as non-lava as possible. And it is right about level 14, level 15 is where I found that mining for netherite is the best. Now we went that direction for quite a ways, and you can kind of see that tunnel up on the mini-map. Now I decided that we're going to go this way this time. We'll kind of just mark this. And if you've never done netherite mining before, I forgot I did not grab any blackstone or cobble. So if you're going to use the bed technique and not the TNT technique, make sure you have a very, very strong stone like blackstone or like cobble. It doesn't burn as easily, and that is the reason that we're going to use it as a buffer between us and the exploding bed when we touch it. But I will show you how that works here in a minute. Let me dig out a cave. My preferred method of doing this is dig down quite a ways and then just work our way backwards. So let me do that real quick. Alright, so didn't dig a ton of the way. I did dig further than my last little tunnel that I had on the other side, but I wanted to show you the bed trick. So do not click this bed until you are ready. It will explode. It will go bye-bye. It will set things on fire. Safe space between you and a bed obviously could be a lot farther, but you need to be able to be close enough to click the bed itself. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 spaces, and put a safety block. And then, well, no, that's 1, 2, 3. I'm in the dark all of a sudden. I can't see. 1, 2, 3, and then you should still be able to click the bed just like that. Now the bed will explode, and it will take out a big crater and set a lot of things to fire. And then you can kind of just go through and put it all out. Or you can leave it burning and give yourself some light to look around, and I do not see any netherite on this. So I'm going to do this a whole bunch more times as I kind of work my way back from the original starting position. We'll do one more. I usually work it really close to where I started with this. 1, 2, 3, and then kind of duck behind it just so you can click it and explodey. And sometimes you'll get lava and sometimes you'll get fire. Just be very careful and make sure you bring lots of food just in case. Let's see if I can stop this lava a little bit. I think it's a single source block. Let's see. Boop. Yep, there it goes. And we just keep looking around. Always stop the lava flows. They tend to hide netherite. Thankfully, they will not burn netherite, but they do like to hide it very well. Alright. And obviously, if you put out the fires too, that will help as well, so you can find more nether ancient debris. I should have been a little more specific here. You've got to find 4 ancient debris for every single netherite ingot that you need, as well as gold, and we will be able to come back through and grab gold as we need it too. Now it is time for a little bit of a montage of me blowing up lots of beds. My friends, round 2, and I was just digging out a second tunnel because the first one didn't get us anything. And here we are. Lovely, lovely ancient debris. I'm sorry, that is dark. We will get this, and let's get rid of the granite. We don't need that. There we are. Need 4 total pieces to make some more stuff. I would like to. I have 4 ingots so far for our armor. And then I feel like I need to have a netherite everything else. So we need 1, 2, 3, and 4 more netherite ingots total. So I'm going to continue blowing up all the beds that I brought with me till they are all gone, and then I will come back with you and we will transform ourselves into full netherite. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need it. Alright everyone, I have finally gotten all of the ancient debris I think I'm gonna need. I have 10 more back at my storage house, and then I have 10 here, and if you take a look at the mini-map above, you will see just how long I've been at this. And it is just absolutely decimated down here, as far as the eye can see. And it's taken a long time blowing up a lot of things, and I've gone through 2 stacks of beds. Well, not stacks of beds, but 2 full inventories of beds. And now I'm headed back. Alright, my friends, we have returned, and we are smelting up our gold pieces. We are getting all of our gold nuggets pulled together. And we are getting our ancient debris, netherite scraps melted up. So our ancient debris is turning into our netherite scraps. As I mentioned, I had just gotten 10 other ones a little while ago, and now we are waiting for these last few to go. I actually got a little more than I needed in case I wanted to make an additional hoe for that particular achievement for using up a netherite hoe. It'll take forever, but doing one without enchantments would probably use up a little faster. So we are going to take our scraps, and it takes 4 to 4 gold. Oh, this feels good. Feels so good. So we have those scraps. We have the other ones that we had in our inventory already. And yes, we have enough right now, but I'm just going to wait for the last 2 to smelt up. All of our ingots, because honestly, we could have an additional ingot to make another lodestone compass if we wanted. There are all of our scraps. There are our 9 netherite ingots. And I think, like, they don't have thorns, but we could always add that later. But they do have all protection 4. They all have unbreaking 3 and mending. So I think it is time for us to finally get geared up like the professionals, even though it's on episode 25 and it's been a while. But here is my smithing table. Let's do these in order. This is so exciting. Netherite helmet. Netherite chest piece. Netherite leggings. Netherite booties. Dun, 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 dun. So exciting! Let's gear up in our beautiful netherite. Oh, look how beautiful. Oh, it's so much prettier. Look, I look like a professional Minecrafter now. I am so excited. Well, we still need to get the last few pieces taken care of here. We are going to change our looting sword into a beautiful purple sword. We are going to change the chopper into netherite. We will also change Sylvie into netherite. And yes, we will. Oh. There we are. There are our beautiful full netherite everything. And we do have one more for later. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the last netherite ingot for sure, but it doesn't matter. We have one extra. Heck, if we lose one of our tools or something like that, we will have our netherite. So I am so excited to get all of this done with you. So we will have this guy in there for a spare for later. And we have a whole bunch of extra gook and stuff that I think eventually we're going to start making into more netherrack so we can finish our full nether hub, but that is not important today. Obviously, today has taken me an incredibly long time to get done. I'm going to put this netherite in here. We don't need it. What we were going to do, though, besides getting all geared up and being dedicated Minecrafters, is we are going to finish our boardwalk area and build up our farm. Our Fisherman's Hut. We're going to build up our Fisherman's Hut, and I can't speak. I did kind of finish my farm. You can kind of see it on the mini-map. We've got all of this area all farmed out, and the wheat is slowly growing back. But this little shack is what I need to build today. Now, I did start playing around with some acacia logs. And in between videos, I did light up this area, and I built this beautiful boat dock area. And I already have a boat here. And we'll probably extend this out a little further. But it connects all the way around the island. There's still a few areas that doesn't connect quite. But it's really close. Like right now, I think the only area that it doesn't connect around is the far side where the Nether portal is. But we are going to have this all the way around, and I decided we could do like horseback riding through here too. Obviously, it's just me, but I did take one of my fastest horses, and we raced all the way around the place. And I think I'm gonna make a boardwalk on the other side too, just so we can have a full path all the way around. But today, we need to do some fancy things with our boathouse here. And I've been collecting fishing rods from fishing, and as you can see, all the other junk that you get from fishing, and wanted to kind of use that as like decoration on the inside. So I'll probably do a lot more fishing as well in the upcoming days off camera, just so that you guys can see what that looks like as well. But right now, I think what I like to do is get some barrels. I feel like if this is a Fisherman Shack, oh, and of course I did not leave this here. What did I do with my, my shears? You want to get rid of the shears. I mean, get rid of this. Get rid of this wool. So we're going to have an entry point here with some spruce. Like the look of this kind of thing where it's kind of sticking out, and we'll get some buttons. Those on the ends. And I might change the color of that to dark oak later. But I'm going to build up this whole area similar to this, actually. We'll get a little more of this. Oops. Go. That's going to be our front door. And then I'm going to build up all of this using a similar technique all the way through here. We're going to put more barrels on the inside. That is very, very satisfying. Maybe someday we'll be able to have netherite shears too. Something about that insta-mine on those shears is pretty awesome. We will keep building up and around here. And then I will bring you back once I have finished this build. I don't know exactly what I am going to do yet, or how tall this thing is going to be, or how much interior work I'm going to do. I'm still in the planning stages, so I love this kind of coloration though, and I love being able to just sort of decorate in the more rustic feel. So that is what I'm doing today. And we'll bring it back once it's all ready to go. And here it is. Here is our Fisherman Shack with our beautiful lighthouse in the background here. And I have a boat on a pedestal so that we know exactly what they sell here. I also built up with this with some modded blocks, which you will see here shortly. As you can see, I brought a horse around because I wanted to take us on a little tour all the way around the island. But this is our boat, our sail, or our boating store. Now I made a little chair with some modded blocks, which I thought was kind of cool. And then if you come in here, more modded blocks on the floor. And here is our boat house. This is our boat store. Sells other things besides boats. Sells some fisherman gear. Sells all the different boat types. Now this fella up here is a bamboo, since we don't have the mangrove in this game, which we will be talking about here shortly. But all the other boat types are here. Now I think it might create a little lag having all these in here with the item frames, but it's not too bad, and it's on the far side of the island, so I absolutely adore this roof. I made another patchwork roof with the dark prismarine, the warped block, and the copper blocks, and it looks really good. And then if you come around here, this is kind of like the old fisherman's house. So this is where he lives when he's not spending all of his time in here. And up in through here. As I said, these are modded blocks. They're warped, the twisting vines with black stone, which I liked a lot. It gives it a very seafaring kind of vibe. His bed, a little bit of storage, his like writing desk, a little bit his chest, things that he's picked up along the way. And this leads back into a little alcove and into the back door, so he can quickly get in and out of his store. And then I did a little more work down below in the fishing docks. Now, I was going to add more boats, but because of the lag that this creates, I've decided just to leave a couple in here. But we're going to take our horsey, that back, and we're going to take a quick ride around the boardwalk. And if you come on down here, I did a little bit of terraforming down in here besides the bamboo. I still need to finish this little pond. I would like to add something into the pond, maybe axolotls, maybe just some tropical fish. Still need to extend this out a little bit. But if we come around here, this side of the island, we still need to figure out what to do with, whether we're going to leave it a park or we're going to like maybe decorate it up as a park or like a picnic area or something. And if we come up here, these are all the twisting vines that I was farming to make those modded blocks. There's a path that comes up and around the backside of our boardwalk still. And then if we come around this way, a very speedy horse. This is a very speedy horse. I think I still need to connect this area because right now it goes through the house. And then we can come up and around here. That made a path through here. I'm still working on a little bit. And a boardwalk on this side that allows us access to kind of come all the way around the island. And then I did decorate this area a little more. Put some fencing in, and that brings us all the way back. So as I said in the earlier clip, I really wanted to do something that would allow us to easily get us, sorry about that, it took a minute, easily get us around the island and have, you know, just kind of a cool way to get around. If I needed to be on this side of the island for some reason, have a horse to kind of ride ourselves around. Now, as I mentioned, I do need to finish up some of these areas. However, what I did in the meantime and what took a very, very long time over the last few days, and we're gonna leave the horse here, was I went into the Nether and more or less finished up our Nether hub. Now, I have a lot more work to do if I decide to do that. I'm not sure. So just between us and just to kind of cover what I kind of hinted at earlier, is this is probably the last episode in this particular game. I've done pretty much all I really want to do now. I haven't killed the wither. I have no... Zombie. I have no patience for getting wither skulls. I'm terrible at that, and they never seem to drop for me. It takes forever. I don't like it, and I know how to defeat the wither. I have it on video. If you want to go see it, I do have it in other in modded games where I could get wither skeleton skulls very easily. One other thing I changed before we go is I did move my enchanting setup inside here. So this is one thing I did do to get it out of the lighthouse. And then the other thing that I did, as we come into the Nether here, is I finished our hub. So I have added some like a trash receptacle. I've added a respawn anchor, which apparently I had not clicked yet. I added lots of amethyst and weeping obsidian, crying obsidian to kind of give some particle effects in here. And then I have gone through this entire area and have completed the hub. So this leads us down to the zombie spawner in the village, and then we have so much nether wart we could, we'll have nether wart forever. Now, I made this in such a way with these carpets that if piglins spawn, which they can spawn, like they can't spawn in this and they can't spawn here, but they can spawn here, they can't get over this carpet. And there's a baby piglin or a piglin that's trapped inside one of these walls, so you'll hear it. They kept running in behind while I was building this thing. But this room, of course, I could still finish. This leads to the zombie farm itself. But otherwise, I'm really psyched about how this looks. I mean, it looks really good on the mini-map, and it's just clean and has a use. So if I'm up in here and I'm working on... Aw, poor fella. If I'm working on trading with him, for example, so if we like trade him a gold bar, I can just do this while all of that nether wart grows. So it's a multi-purpose thing, and we get lots of goodies from this fella. Trades for this one, and some more crying obsidian. So lots of goodies there. And it just looks nice, and it looks purpley, and it is off-center. This is the path that led down to our nether ancient debris mine. And then each of these other areas lead off to other things of interest. But it looks so good. It looks so good on that map. One path leads out to here with our warp forest. One path leads out to my one and only death out here at this fortress. And I have other paths that lead ridiculously far off into other fortresses as well on different levels that you can't see. But yeah. I really have loved this particular island. I really like how it has grown up, and I still think that I would like to revisit it over time and add some more things, maybe add a larger... It is so dark over here. Why is it so dark over here? I can't imagine not have lit this up. Must have been lit up before I put the hole to our spider farm in. But anyway, so yeah, I love this world. I love the lighthouse and all of this area, and I've done pretty much, as I said, everything I really would like to do in this area. I've gotten all of my netherite stuff, so obviously I am well prepared for anything that might happen in the future on this game. But next episode, there will be another episode, will not be number 25 or 26, it will be number 1. And I'm so looking forward to being able to go on a new adventure with you, to start over from scratch in a 1.19 world. 1.18 was supposed to be glorious and beautiful and tall mountains and deep valleys and awesome cliffs, and I built on a prairie island. So next episode we're going to find something way more interesting, way more fascinating, and maybe get to explore the deep dark, get to fight the warden, and all of that. So I do really hope that you will come along on this adventure with me. And again, we will probably revisit this world now and again. I don't want to leave it completely, so there might be an episode 26 here coming up in the near future. But I do want to start a vanilla series, so that is what is in the cards for next week. And I hope you'll come and join me on it, because I would love to have a brand new adventure and start new things. Go find some mangrove forests, use the new blocks, so many new blocks. We don't need mods for that. And, well, I hope you've enjoyed these 25 episodes, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.